Good morning, everyone. I didn't make a video yesterday. Life kind of got in the way. But I'm on my way to work, and I thought I would start a video here. I won't finish it here, but I thought I'd start one here. I'm actually driving right now, or the car is actually driving itself. I'll show you what that's like. So there's a steering wheel, and then a little blue circle shows that it's driving itself. And then every 10 or 15 seconds I gotta touch the wheel. Always keep my eyes on the road, you know? That's important. I've always loved technology. I mean, technology is I've just always been in technology. Even in high school and elementary school, I used to stay inside at recesses to work on the teachers' computers and all that, even though they were Apple IIGSs at the time. Technology's just always been something that I've been passionate about, and that goes for my cars too. I mean, I love this Tesla, but it'll be a car that I will sell when we decide to move. And but even then, you know, I grew up on a farm. My dad was a farmer, engineer, and so I grew up knowing how to drive stick shifts and weird motorcycle contraptions that were homemade, and so none of that's ever been an issue. But I've been thinking a lot lately about time. You know, that's kind of the main focus of the move here, time. And growing up, it was one of those things, you know, you'd be in school and people would say, oh, I don't have time, high school, college, whatever. But then you'd look how people, even myself, would use their time. You know, I went home and I watched a movie, which is fine if that's how you want to use your time. But when you say I can't do something because I need time, it always makes me pause and say, at 9 o'clock at night, the kids are in bed, it's dark out, your work's done for the day, and so you sit down and you watch TV. Maybe you know, like my wife, she doesn't stay up that late, but neither of us do. But she likes to cross stitch in her spare time, which is fine. I wonder how much time is wasted at night between 9 and 11 p.m. just watching TV or something like that could be used on productive hobbies that maybe, you know, potentially could help you get in your expat life faster. Or if fire is one of your goals, I've been studying the fire movement a lot the last few days. I got my big meeting on Thursday. This video will come out on Wednesday, but I think, yeah, it's currently Tuesday. You know, the fire movement is huge, and I think that that's something to strive for. If that's what you want, if you want to retire early, move abroad, spend more time with your family, fire is something to look into. There's some great subreddits. There's our fire, our fat fire, which is retiring on a lot of money, and there's our lean fire, which is retiring on basically $30,000 to $40,000 a year. We're shooting more towards the middle fire, so less than $120,000 a year, more than $70,000 a year, somewhere in that range. So there's also some great pages to calculate if you can fire, or what the target goal to fire based on interest rates and inflation and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I'm about to the stop sign now, so I have to take over. I'll point my camera towards the screen so you can actually see the stop sign show up. See, it's stopping. And it's stopping on its own right now. Stopping. Double tap the stock. And they got mad because I couldn't see the lines. Anyways, I'll catch up when I get back to my my gym, and I'll finish this conversation. All right, do the magic of time. We have arrived, and getting out of the car here. It was only a moment for you guys. Get myself in here. It's dark in here. So yeah, you know, time is just is a finite resource. In fact, I would argue it's one of those resources that you could never get back. Well, I don't even think I have to argue it. I think it's just the truth. You know, a lot of things you can change trajectories, you can move around, you can do other things, but time is one of those things you never ever get back. I mean, if you're sick, you know, you could try to make yourself healthy. If you're, and potentially you could become healthy, but time is the only finite resource that you can't get more of. And you know, again, that's the reason that I'm part of doing this journey is the time aspect of it. I don't have a lot to say today. Oh, I guess I do have one more thing. My wife and I, you know, I'm very cautious and slow about how I talk to her about this plan, this travel plan, all of this. But on Sunday we had a really great conversation. I didn't make a video yesterday, so I wasn't able to talk about this. So right now we're trying to like aim at where we want to go based on schools, based on community, based on water, like swimming water. And right now we're leaning towards Salinas, Ecuador, without having visited yet, of course. We will go and visit before we do anything else. That's important. But we were able to look at some rentals there. We were able to look at the school system. We were able to look at the area, the water, watch some videos on YouTube about Salinas. And our kids are avid swimmers, love swimming. I'm more of the temperate climate guy, but this is why we're going to rent. So I know it's a little warmer down there, and so power costs will be a little higher. You know, I'm aiming more towards the mountain area where it's a little bit cooler. Don't need air conditioning. Yeah. So, anyways, but that's why we're renting rather than buying anything, is so that way we can move around. We can do our thing there, and the kids can try out that bilingual school. Our kids will still be, so what we decided to on Sunday was our kids will still be doing American school, but they'll also be doing the bilingual school, so they can, you know, meet people and make friends and socialize and all of that, and you know, honestly, be away from the parents a little while, because that's part of growing up, is spending some time away from parents. And personally, I like the hours of the school, 7:30 until noon. I think, you know, get the kids out of bed, get rolling, and bring them to school, and they spend until noon or 1, whatever, learning there. And then in all reality, you know, obviously almost everybody did homeschooling in 2021 or 2020 because of the pandemic. In all reality, my kids could finish their schoolwork in 3 hours. So in theory, they would only be going to school for 45 minutes more than a normal school day in the United States, 8 to 3:15. So I don't know. I think that might be a good trade-off for them. And my wife was excited to look at these properties, look at these houses. I mean, she wants to be close to the beach. I'm like, hey, you know, if we're a little bit of ways away, I'm okay with that too. We can always walk. I've heard that the city's very walkable. But we looked at booking tickets, obviously during the low season, because the high season is very expensive to go down there, and I don't want to frivolously waste money traveling somewhere when I could get there cheaper. So maybe September. We got to nail down a date. I run a booth at the fair. We have the Clay County Fair here in Iowa. Look it up if you want. It's a big fair in the area, and I'm a Shriner, a Freemason, and a Shriner, and the Shriners have a booth there, and a funnel cake stand, and I'm in charge of the funnel cake stand. I guess I got thrown that, and if things go well, this will be my last year. So I look forward to that, because it is 9 days of 4 a.m. till 9 p.m. work. It's rewarding work, though. I mean, the Shriners Hospital does great things. We're connected to the one up in Minneapolis, and they do great work, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And we drive in the parades. We drive funny cars in the parades and all that. But yeah. Anyways, that's this morning. More tomorrow. I don't really know what we'll talk about. We'll see what the day brings, and then give me time to talk and have a conversation tomorrow. Just, I guess, to myself right now. So, everyone, have a good day.